Perceptual defense is a relevant theory to consider within the cognitive level of analysis, as it gives a clear example on how our cognitive functions perceive and alters interpretations. The cognitive process of perception can be influenced by emotional factors. Perceptual defense is the process by which stimuli are not perceived or distorted. A classic example of perceptual defense is illustrated by this picture. This is really a picture of a woman committing suicide. However, perceptual defense may make some people perceive something else. Still, this may also be due to other factors, and some of the research on the concept has been inconclusive. Some of the first research done on perceptual defense was by McInnes in 1949. The procedure included presenting participants with 11 emotional neutral and 11 emotionally threatening words, after which they told the researcher what word they saw. Now, the words were at first shown for a very short amount of time before gradually increasing the durations. The results showed that the emotionally threatening words took longer for the participants to recognize. This suggests that there is a perceptual defense against perceiving the threatening words. However, there are some confounding variables. The participants may, for example, have been reluctant to tell the researchers the emotionally threatening words because they thought it would be inappropriate if it was wrong. However, in a modified replication of the study by Bitterman and Kniffen in 1953, participants were told to write down the words instead of telling them to the researchers. This study yielded the same results, suggesting that perceptual defense is in fact a valid concept. Another study was done by Brassel and his team, including Philip Zimbardo, Philip, in 2006. Here, the researchers used eye tracking as they showed participants the picture and found that 88% of them looked at the woman at least once, and that in total, they fixated eyes on the woman for 25% of the allocated time, but only 45% of the participants actually remembered seeing the woman, and that another 35% reconstructed their memories by switching out the woman with something safer, like an angel. This suggests that perceptual defense may be used to restrict the perception of emotionally threatening events, although the study found no direct link between emotions and perception, and may as such have been influenced by other cognitive processes. The study followed the pattern of Zimbardo's typical effects, and might have been inconsiderate of the participants' mental health when showing them pictures of a soon-to-be dead woman. In 2006, another study was made by Phelps and a team of researchers. In this experiment, the researchers briefly showed participants either fearful or neutral faces in various locations on the screen with different kinds of tilts. They were then shown another image of a tilted figure for a very short period of time. The participants were asked in which direction the figure was tilted, in which the participant answered more accurately if the faces shown beforehand had been fearful. There may of course have been undiscovered common factor between the fearful faces, other than the fact that they show emotion, but the results still suggest that emotional factors may influence perception, which in return is the support for the perceptual defense theory. So far, no recognized publicly published study has been conducted with the aforementioned aim. The lack of opposing studies makes it difficult to determine whether the theory truly holds true, or if the results supporting it are biased in any way.